Greetings, friends. Today I'm going to just make a real short video and just tell you about kind of a bizarre dream that I had last night. Now, many of you who've been around and followed this channel for a long time will remember that the primary focus of this channel used to be on prophecy. And in fact, what kind of started this journey was I had a vision in 2012, which I write about in this little devotional here, The End of Days, a 30-day devotional. And I tell the story about that vision, which to this day, so that was 2012, so what, we've been like 15 years or 14 years, something like that. To this day, I still remember basically every detail of that. And throughout the years, I've also had strange dreams from time to time that I thought, man, that's really bizarre. That's really different than a normal dream. Maybe details are just a little too obvious or something like that. In fact, if you go to my channel, there's a playlist where I used to do these vlogs, and the last time that I recorded a vlog or a video where I talked about a dream was 7 years ago, August 10th, 2017, and that was a dream that I had about a nuclear explosion. You can go and watch that. All you have to do is type in dream here in the little search box on the YouTube channel, and you'll see the video. It's me with hair and look much younger, even though it was only 7 years ago. And then there's a couple other vlogs where I've recorded maybe a listener's dream or just something I found interesting. So let's get to the dream and then we'll wrap up the video. I rarely ever dream anymore at all. But I've been doing this thing where I've been drinking a lot less coffee lately, so it could just be as simple as that. But in the dream, very vivid and crazy details that I wouldn't expect. For some reason, I pull into my drive for like my lunch break, like I left work, pull into my drive. There's a big tractor driving through like my yard and into the nearby field, which this time of year in the Midwest, it's very common to see tractors everywhere in the fields. And if you live in Indiana like I do, you're surrounded by fields. There's this fields everywhere, tractors everywhere, farm equipment everywhere. So that's nothing unusual, except it tells us the time frame that we're talking about. But the details get even more narrowed down than that. I get out of my car and it's snowing. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? I'm super frustrated. So I get my cell phone out and I'm trying to get through it as fast as I can so I can take an actual video before it goes away. So I take a video and then the snow is just coming down hard at this point. And so I'm video cameraing the snow with my phone and I'm talking and I say, snow in June. And I say, this is just, I forget what I said. I complained because I've been complaining a lot about the weather. It's, we're in June now, and here, at least where I live, it's done nothing but be rainy and cold since November. And here we are in June, and we've had a couple of hot days, but it's still just, the weather's just been terrible. And I make that comment in the video. It's June, snowing in June. The weather this year is terrible or something like that. And I'm taking the video because I'm going to send it to my wife in my mind. So I open the garage door like normal. We have this outdoor cat that is always following me, and as soon as I open the garage door, so that scenario happens, and she comes into the garage, and I usually just let her out the back door. So she comes in the garage, I let her out the back door, outside, and I come inside the house. So, but I don't let her out the back door for some reason. I just come inside the house. And I'm inside the house, and I'm like, oh man, I forgot to let that cat out back. She's probably still in the garage. So I go back out to the garage. The door is kind of like my garage door. The door to my garage from my kitchen is kind of like halfway open, and it's not wanting to shut correctly. And I'm nervous about that because I have two indoor cats. And and I'm worried about them clashing with the outdoor cats. I actually worry about this in real life. Like, I'm constantly like, oh, I hope, you know. So I get out to the garage. Anyway, the reason I bring up the door like sticking and being weird is we recently had foundation issues, and the door to this very office that I'm in right now just wouldn't close anymore. And so, unfortunately, we had to have foundation work done, and fixing that foundation fixed the door problem. So noticing this door problem, I'm like, oh great, hope this isn't one of those scenarios. So I find the cat, I open the back door, let her out, and I closed, I still notice there's like snowy patches in the grass. It's June, I'm just like, oh, this is unbelievable. I closed that back door, and then all of a sudden I notice all the shelves in the garage shaking, and it's really loud. Everything's shaking. Things are falling off the shelves. Everything around me is shaking, and I'm like, what is going on? And what's happening is it's an earthquake. Except, you know, I live here in the Midwest, here in Indiana. I've never really experienced a real quality earthquake. I don't even know what that feels like or what that acts like, but this is what's happening, and it's going on for so long, and I know there's no tornadoes or anything outside. That's something that we are familiar with here. So I'm like, this is an earthquake. So I come inside, and the whole house is shaking, and I'm starting to hear glass break. Where I have this big bay window in my living room. It shatters. Everything's shaking. I'm nervous because I have all these trees out back and around my house, and I even pray, Lord, my house, because I don't want these big trees to fall on my house. This earthquake feels like it's going on forever. It must be massive. It's shaking my house to pieces. And so I go and I gather my two cats out of the living room because that window had broke, and I didn't want them hopping out. So I grab them and I take them and put them in the bathroom, because that's the only room where there is no window they could get loose out. And finally the earthquake stops, and I just kind of take inventory of everything briefly, and the whole house is just knackered, just in pieces from the earthquake, trees and stuff out in the yard. Whatever this was, it was big and it was devastating. And then I wake up, and it's just weird. The reason why it stands out to me is, whenever I have a dream where the details are very vivid and I remember them very well, to the point where the next morning I can replay the entire dream in its fullness, I take note. And so I just wanted to kind of just document the dream, just like I did the last time was, like I said, August 10th, 2017. And then I've written my vision down. Not a dream. This was an actual vision. And you can read about that in this book. I've probably talked about it at some point on a video, but I wouldn't know where that video is. We've uploaded 1,400 videos to this channel at this point. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. And sure, I'd love to know what you think. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's just I've been drinking less coffee. Or maybe there's something to it. I pray that it's simply just a dream and nothing more. But those are the details. Thanks for listening. Lord willing, we'll be back to doing our podcast tomorrow. Peace and grace be with all of you. And until next time, God bless.